Okay, we're going to try this again. Tried this earlier. I'm going to wash my hands at the sink right here. Nobody's here. This is for members only right now. And I'm just testing the what I'm doing is I am just testing that teeny little microwave back there. You'll see it in a minute. I see the chopper's in the way. All right, let's see how this works. First thing I want to do is get some nuts chopped. And if nobody comes in, that's okay too. So let me get my nuts done. I love my chopper. I'm going to get that done. This is why Gary loves this. I don't need a whole lot. I think that's good. Okay, that's all I need. Get this out of the way. Get this off. Hopefully I can get it off. There we go. I lift it. I'm going to leave that covered and leave the nuts there. And let me just move this out of the way. I'll just move it over here for now. All right. So it is just, oh, you know what I don't have? Sugar. I'm going to go get sugar. I don't have sugar. Oh. Oh, 10 pounds of sugar. You know, I was buying big bags of sugar for the hummingbirds, just in case it's crusty. And you don't need it. The big bags were almost the same as the 10-pound bag. I'm going to go with the 10-pound right now. All right, so this is what I do. My thing is I don't know if this little tiny microwave is going to work. So that's what we're going to find out. All right, now, here's my stuff. All right, so we're going to move that out of the way. In fact, that we're going to have to do first. Before we get really serious, you want to have everything ready. So we need a cup of sugar. Trying to see if the camera's set up right. All right, you have a cup of sugar, a little bit more than a cup. And I don't want to go too much more. A cup of sugar. The rest goes to the hummingbirds. Right there. Let's see. I'll just put that. All right, now I'm going to, before I get really, really serious, I want to oil this pan. That's the first thing. And guess what I don't have? I don't have oil. How do I not have oil? I had a bottle of oil here the other day. There it is. And I usually use a brush. I'm just going to go ahead and use a paper towel now. I'm going to, oh my goodness, I think there's somebody here. It might be YouTube. So I don't know. I'm just doing peanut brittle and I'm testing the camera. So I thought I would turn it on for members. If somebody's there, say hello if you can. But I'm making Gary peanut brittle. Oh, the sugar got underneath. So I just want to make sure the pan has to be oiled. You want to make sure your pan is well oiled before you start. Okay, so throw that away. Now, all I have is notes. I haven't done the video on this yet. So I need a half a cup of corn oil. So healthy. It's so good. It is really, really good. All right, so we need a half a cup. Maybe I can read this. Where's the half cup? Where is the half? There's the half cup. Now this is just plain light corn syrup. If I said corn oil, I meant syrup. I don't know if I misspoke. All right, so you need a it's basically 1 to half is what it is. All right, so now we've got a half a cup. There's my wooden spoon, and where's the spatula I had a second ago? Where is the spatula I had a second ago? Let's see, I had it in my hand. Going back to this one. It's really odd. This is what happens when you're not ready. Making sure this is, yes, to 450 degrees. All right, so now I want to make sure I get this out. I have never made peanut brittle in this microwave, so we'll see what happens. I've made it in a bigger microwave, but I want to see if it will work in this teeny little microwave I bought online. Had I gone to the store and saw it, I wouldn't have bought it. Because it was so tiny when it came. Gary said, you don't need a big microwave. You don't use a big microwave. No, but it's so tiny. So let's get all we can out and put it in the middle of the sugar. Okay. This is later. This is that. Now let me put my apron on. Just in case it splatters. Not that this is so great. It's my yard clothes. It'll be clean. All right. So half a cup of corn syrup, 1 cup of sugar. My notes are a dash of salt, literally a dash. Good enough for me. You don't need to put a lot of salt in because the nuts I'm using, that has. And you know what? There is something else I want to do. Let me get a bowl. Any bowl at this point. I want to have this ready and I want to have the vanilla ready. You have to work really, really fast. So let's see, we need a, now how much did I put in last time? These are just my notes and nothing has been written out. 1½ teaspoons of baking soda. Guess what I'm going to use? This says it's a ½ teaspoon of fish. And this little fish says on this one, it's a ½ teaspoon. So we need 1½. So we're going to put 1½ in here. So we're going to put 1, 2, I'm going to go 1 more, 3. This is my baking soda. A little bit more, tiny bit more. Okay. If I leave the fish next to it, I should remember. All right, so we got the baking soda. I want to make sure it's not in front of the microwave. All right, so we've got that. Now, right now, that's all we're doing. We're going to stir it. We're going to put it in the microwave. I'm going to keep the glass here. And we're going to start to stir it. So right now, we're just going to stir it up. I've got my nuts ready and everything ready. Most recipes are like 1 cup of white sugar. You don't use anything else but white sugar. 1 cup of white sugar to a ½ cup of corn syrup, light corn syrup. Okay. And then people do all kinds of stuff. I do not put in any nuts now, and I don't put in nuts for a while. Okay. You know, it's not that sensitive. What you do have to do, I found out, is know when it's ready. Oh, that one goes. I don't even know how to use that microwave. All right, so we're going to put it in now. And so it's a ½ cup corn syrup, 1 cup of sugar, a dash of salt, mix it up. And then we put it in, I don't even have my notes put in the microwave. Oh yeah, there it is. Mix it up. Okay, so stuff I looked at said to add the nuts. We're not adding in the nuts. Okay, we're going to microwave for 4 minutes. The thing is, if you do it and take it out too soon, pour it too soon in your pan, then you'll end up with a soft, sticky candy, which I did once, and Gary happened to love it. but it's not right. So you don't want that. Let's see, I'm not blocking the microwave. No. Now the reason I'm concerned on the microwave is it's tiny. It's a tiny microwave and it's 700 watts. Some of your other microwaves are like 900 watts or 1,000 watts. That's only 700. So I'm going to have to really watch the microwave and see when it's ready. And then I'm going to need a knife. Let me get a knife. I have a knife behind me. No, those are too big. Let me get a smaller knife. Any knife will do. Some people add in a lot of butter. I've been looking and a lot of people add in like a stick of butter. I don't add in that much. I have not been putting it in and it's been fabulous. I just slice off some and then put in the vanilla. And you do want vanilla flavoring. There's really nothing in there. There's only nuts, the corn syrup, sugar, and a little bit of butter. Now again, I have never used this microwave on this, and it works fabulous. Let me see, hold this up. It works really, really good on a big microwave. So this is going to be completely new to me. Okay, that is my baking soda, which goes on at the very, very end. No, I have found that you can put it back in and stir it and keep going until you feel it's right. And you kind of have the idea of when you think it's right. I know it's a waiting game. If this wasn't live, I could have speeded it up and said, oh, we've gone 4 minutes. Got a minute and a half. Now, if it doesn't work, then I know that you can't use a tiny, tiny microwave. And that's the whole idea. Otherwise, I would have just done it live. Then you're going to have, everybody's going to stand around, everybody who's in the hummingbirds and gardening. Oh, it didn't work. And it's terrible. I hear popping. Don't you hear pop? Let's take a look at it. I have also found that if you want to take it out and stir it up earlier, it doesn't matter. So we're going to stir this stuff really good. So far, so good. So it might be good enough, a little microwave and hot enough. Looks really good. We're going to stir it up. It's white. See how it's turning a nice white? So we're doing really good. Press it down on the sides if it's gone up. Now, if you pour this on a pan before it turns amber, like a really golden color, you're going to end up with a chewy caramely candy. Like I said, I've done it. Gary absolutely loves it. He said, oh, that is so good. Well, it's fine, but it's not right. You're going to put this back in for about 2 minutes. I'm going to wait until it starts to turn a little caramely. So you can see it's real white right now. Put it in for 2 more minutes. All right, like I said, my notes, I really have to change my notes as I'm working. I'm here all by myself. I'm here by myself. Kitchen looks very blue. It's the lighting. I've got the sunlight coming through the door, the sliding glass door, and then I've got white. It must be reflecting a lot of blue. At night, it looks really good. When it's dark, and then you're just dealing with the lights, it works perfect. Okay, so let's see. We're going to let this go for about 2 minutes, and then we're going to add in the butter. And normally people do this with a candy thermometer and all that. This has just been so easy. So easy. I want to make sure that's well greased. It looks like it's well greased. I don't think it's going to stick. You really, really want to make sure it's well greased. My brush isn't sitting around here. You want this all ready before you start. So make sure it's really greased good. I have actually greased it too much, but make sure it's greased good. So this is a teeny microwave. It is 700 watts. You couldn't even cook a chicken in here, I don't think. No, I don't cook chicken in here. I don't use the microwave for anything. I use it for warming things, but it seems to be working really good. I mean, it's done a great job on the peanut brittle. Oh, it smells good. Okay, now you know what? Before I add in the nuts, which I could do, I'm going to add in the nuts. This is starting to look really good. Let's stir this up. So good. We're going to go ahead and add in the nuts. Just about a cup of nuts. But it's still white. And that is not right. So it's going to definitely go back in again for another 2 minutes, at least. I don't want to burn it, but it's got to be at the right temperature. Like I said, it's not a complete loss. If it's not, you'll end up with a chewy candy. Gary liked it. It was like a caramel. I was watching some of these videos. So odd. They said, be very careful. Wait a minute. Be very, very careful, they said, when you're getting it all over your utensils. There's nothing there. Because it's hard to clean. I have no problems cleaning it. You put it in the sink with some hot water from the tap, and it cleans up really easy. All this will clean up really easy. Unless you lick the spoon, and you can clean it up yourself. It's just like the 10 minutes of waiting. It's 4 minutes in, and you take it out, stir it up, and it's another 2 to 4 minutes in. You take it out, stir it up again, another 2 minutes in, and then from then on, it's really, really fast. But it hasn't turned amber yet. We're going to put the butter in, and the butter may make it go amber as well. I can't remember what I paid for it. I bought it online, the microwave, and I wanted a microwave. I had one that was wearing out, like it really did wear out. And so I went ahead and ordered one online. This was so cute. Okay, now I can see it bubbling up. I may not wait the full 2 minutes. I want to catch it when the handle comes back on this side. Because I don't want to reach in when it's so hot. You've got to be very careful because it is really hot. So I can see it just starting to go golden. Now you can probably see it just starting to go golden now. You don't have to rush. You don't have to hurry. It works so good. Now we're going to put the butter in. We'll drop a little bit of butter in there. They all say put it in, a lot of them say put in a whole stick. I think this is more than enough. It's about a half a stick. You can even go less. I have gone less. In other words, we do not put in the baking soda yet. That is at the very, very, very end. When you know it's ready to pour is when you put that baking soda in. It smells so good. If you're using nuts that have salt, don't add extra salt in the beginning when you start. You won't need it. If you're going to use any salt, just a dash, but you won't need it. Okay, now we got the butter in. It's just starting to look a little bit golden. Still not ready. If you poured it at this point, I'm telling you, you would end up with a chewy, chewy, chewy candy. So it's not ready yet. You want it just before burning. Okay. Cool. Okay. Okay, let's put it in for another 2 minutes. Pull it out before, because I think it's getting close. Do not forget the baking soda. If you forget the baking soda, you're done. I'm gonna put the butter in the fridge. Now, I'm not sure if I did this right. I pushed for members only, and obviously I have no members. No, I have members, but I don't think anybody saw it. I posted it. I thought I did it right, but I don't know. I see myself. Ask your viewers for questions. I'm going to ask my viewers for questions. That's cute. Oh, I got a ding. I have to make sure it turns golden. There's no viewers yet. I'm going to wait. I need it to go golden. It's not golden yet. Yeah, we know. What I'm trying to do is get the handle that's in the front to me. There we go. That's what I want. Now, it looks golden. I really think it should be a little darker. I want it to be just a little bit darker. It's so light. I'm going to let it go another minute or two. Now, keep in mind, this is 700 watts, and the one I usually use, I think, is closer to 900. It will lighten once it starts to harden. But I'm going to put it back in for another minute or two, and then we're just going to go for it. Put it in. We're close. We're close. Go grab something. It's still just me. I have no members watching. I'm watching the scoreboard. It is hot. It's hot enough to pour. I just hope it's hot enough to set. If it doesn't set, then I know that on a small microwave, I'm going to have to even wait longer. But I think it's really, really, really close. I'm waiting for the handle. I want to grab the handle when it's closer to me. I'm going to go for it. Now, I'm not 100% sure if it's amber enough, but it looks pretty good. So now what we're going to do is get the baking soda in. This is going to froth up really, really, really fast. And this is when you have to start to get ready to pour it. This gives the oxygen in the peanut brittle. And this is what makes it so it's not a rock. You don't want a rock. You want to make sure that you get all that throughout. Now it's a matter of just pouring it. Make sure it's throughout the whole thing and just start pouring. You'll see what it's a chemical reaction. So it's starting to like bubble. So it puts air in there. Don't handle it. Don't touch it. Don't do anything with it because this is so hot. It's dangerous. That's all. I wouldn't do this with kids unless they're standing outside the kitchen watching you. Now let me tell you something. Anything you leave in the bowl, so good to eat. And do not kid yourself. I do eat from the bowl once it's cool. Once it's cool. Make sure you put the bowl in the same place because it is really, really hot. Now, we'll take time for this to cool before you can crack it. And do not be tempted to lick your spoon because I'm telling you, you will burn your mouth. And you could end up in emergency. You want to make sure this cools, but you need it afterwards. And do not kid yourself. I will be eating it. I wouldn't make this every day because I can imagine, oh, you think your blood levels were good now? Yeah, explain that to your doctor. We had a couple pounds of peanut brittle for the past week that we keep eating. Gary loves it. You can spread it, but it's really, really hard. Once you pour it, it starts to set right away. I break it into really small pieces when it's completely hard. And then I put it in a jar. Theoretically, it could last for weeks. It lasts a couple days, which is really bad. Okay, so now I wait. Safe to touch. So is it done right? Uh-oh. I forgot the vanilla. Well, I was supposed to put a teaspoon of vanilla in. The most important thing I got in, though, was the baking soda. If you don't do it with the baking soda, it's not right. Oh my God, it's so good. Okay, so we forgot the vanilla. When I added in the butter, that's when I should have added in the vanilla. I had it here and I forgot. Normally what I do, had I been doing a regular video, I would have had my bowl with the, what do you call it, with the baking soda. I would add another little cup with the vanilla so I know when to add it in, but I forgot. So don't forget. You know what? It's still good. But it really does, it would have been better. I don't know if it would have been better. It tastes, it's coming right off of this. Okay. So, did it work? It's got to cool. It's got to cool. You're going to believe it. Even if I make a mistake, it's food. It still won't taste good. I did make a mistake. Okay. So that's it. Oh, this is hot. Don't mess around with that. See, I found afterwards it kind of comes right off the glass. And if it doesn't, you just put it in the sink with hot water. Maybe you don't need vanilla. Okay, that is so good. Where's my nuts? So, Gary? Let me see if Gary's around. I'll decide before I shut this off if I want to go live for a minute. Let me see, because I think I can switch it. That will be a good experiment too. Where's my phone? didn't work. Okay. All right, let me see if I can find Gary if he's around. Oh, I know what I'm listening to, my computer. I wonder if there's going to be an echo. I wonder if I can do something with the sound here. Okay, so this was a total experiment. Gary? Yeah. We're just going to text you. Gary?
Yeah.
You want to come here for a minute? I thought that was you. So I made a mistake on the peanut brittle. I won't know if it's 100% right until it really cools. I forgot the vanilla, but it seems like it tastes all right. I won't know if it's hard yet. It takes time. This is hot. Now, before I sign off, and nobody came in, should I go live for a minute to see how it works or don't?
Yeah, you could.
Okay, so.
And this is Amazon stuff arrived, and so it's some of your stuff.
And this set?
Yeah.
You have a package coming?
Yes, I do.
2.
Okay, so you want me to try to see if I can switch it over to live and how it works?
Is that already?
Yeah, it's in the entranceway.
Okay, so let's see. It says I can't. This will be a good experiment too. Okay. Live chat, anyone, right?
Yeah.
Participants, anyone. I can't. You can, okay, but I still don't see.
There's a save button.
Yeah, but that's live chat.
Right,
Participant mode. Is that going to switch it over to anybody? Participant, anyone, live chat. See what happens? I don't know if we're live.
Something went across the top.
Probably all the old. See, I don't know if you can change it in the middle of working. Okay, members only mode is off. We're experimenting in the kitchen. I experimented with the microwave and I made peanut brittle. Well, I watched myself on a big TV screen that says to TV. I don't know if we're live. See, I don't know if you can change it in midstream. Do you see us live?
I'm trying to find it. Live.
Your members
Your
only.
subscriptions aren't live streaming. Aren't live streaming right now. Come back later.
Okay, so let's try this again because that's what's a little bit confusing. All right, so I can go to edit, details. Audience. Maybe you can't. Okay, so I didn't change anything. How about, see, it tells me live chat, participant, who can send messages, but who can watch it? I guess you can't. I could have sworn earlier you could.
It says members only mode is on. So there must be a mode somewhere.
A mode. A mode. Wait, here it is. Let's see if that works. Now let's tell me if it went live. Okay, that's what I want to see. Can you go on, do stuff, and then turn it live? We may or may not be live. Are we live?
Yes.
We're live. Okay, so what I did is I'm experimenting in the kitchen. I made peanut brittle, and I forgot the vanilla. Tastes good still. And I don't know if it's right. That's why I'm just experimenting with the microwave behind me. I don't have anybody here anyways. So I still don't know if it's live.
Right now it's doing commercials.
And so I'm experimenting. Which is good you didn't see me do it, I see. Because I forgot the vanilla. All right, it's getting really hard on the glass one. It may have worked. Okay, so I'll tell you what I did. YouTube wants me to do things for members. So I went live because I was not going to do a video. I wasn't going to do anything. This is not a video. I have a little 700-watt microwave that I bought. Had I gone to the store and seen it, I would never have bought it. It's so tiny. Look how tiny this thing is. But anyways, I wanted to see if it would work for peanut brittle. So I turned on the camera and I just set it for members only. Nobody came. But I don't know if it worked yet, and I forgot the vanilla. Next time I'll put in the vanilla. Anyway, so I'm testing things because what I did was I didn't shut it off, and I went in to see if I can switch buttons, and I think it worked. So we only promote healthy. White sugar is healthy for hummingbirds, which means it must be healthy for me. Anyways, are you trying to chat?
Yes.
It won't work?
I don't know.
Okay. I won't know if it worked 100% because it's not at the crack stage yet. It looks like it did on the glass. This is just a test. Now, I'm supposed to have chats on, and I don't see anybody chatting. So I don't know if he's just not chatty today, which is okay. Oh, they're chatty. Hello. Mark's always first. Mark, you're first on all the videos. You're first on everything. You're in Hawaii, aren't you? So you're ahead of us. That's why you're first. You probably see the video before I even put it up. So this is live. It is live. So what I did was I'm still experimenting with the kitchen. The lights are on and everything looks blue. I decided to just try my new microwave out that I bought online. That's super tiny. And I just kind of threw the peanut brittle together. Gary wanted peanut brittle. So I can't crack it yet. No, it's hot. It's got to cool down. Once it cools down, it will crack. Some people have written, you can't clean the bowl. Make sure you scrape everything out or it's a nightmare to clean. I don't know what they're trying to do. First of all, it will crack off the bowl. Second of all, you put it in the sink with hot water and it melts. So I'm not going to be able to read unless I get up there. Oh, I have a tablet. No, I don't. I did. All right, let's see. Good, you stand in front and say hello to everybody.
Hi, everyone.
It has to be removed. I don't know what that is. It might not be. I don't know. I don't know what it says. Sylvia, hello. Mark, hello. I already said. Anissa, hello. Cynthia from North Carolina, hello. Oh, Bear G211, hello. No, this is really, it's a test, so you didn't have to see the nonsense of me trying to put this together. And I'm learning. I learned that I could go on private. I can go on members only. And then there's a button I found that I could switch it. And that's what I just did. I switched it over and went live. So that was it. I'm going to put a video together on the peanut brittle I made. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's cooling now. And I wanted to try the microwave. So now I can say you can use any microwave you want. This one's 700 watts. And the one I usually use was 900 and burned out. Okay. Sylvia. Oh, Ontario. I think there was a lot of hummingbirds today. I have filled the feeders a couple times. And I don't know if they're coming in here and they're in a winter here for a month and then, you know, if they're if they head to the south and then they start coming back, that needs to be lifted. Oh, you can do what you want in there. It doesn't come off that easy.
That's already set.
Oh, it comes off though. It will scrape off.
Okay.
So I don't know, but a bunch of them showed up. Okay, well, I don't know. There's a bunch of hummingbirds. Today was sunny and pretty. So cold. Well, for Southern California, cool. See, he's all bundled up. You're all bundled up. You got a hat. You got a couple shirts. I've got a couple shirts on too. I gotta be careful. I don't want to break my teeth. I don't think that's ready. Do not break your teeth. Let's see, it's not quite ready. In about a half hour, you come back and break this whole thing in pieces. And you can just hit it and break it. I use mixed nuts, and they're chopped, and they're so good. Something wrong? Your mouth is full. Can you tell that I forgot to put the vanilla in? Because I can't really tell.
No, I can't.
You can't talk. Don't. I told you not to eat it until small pieces. I forgot the vanilla, but of course I put the baking soda in. So good. That's basically it. I just wanted to kind of test it. I wanted to try their buttons and stuff to make sure if I go on, because half the time I'm experimenting while I'm on live, and I want to be able to do more live and know what I'm doing. Doesn't mean I'm ever going to know what I'm doing, but at least know a little bit more. Came out good. It won't crack yet because it's still warm. See, this is still hot. But it did work. So you can use a microwave that's a real small one. If you're in a dorm, you could be making peanut brittle in a dorm. You'll have everybody banging on their dorm door. You look like you're saying.
I've got a question for Mark. You're in Hawaii, and I don't know if you know about gack fruit, but mine hasn't gone dormant, and it's starting to get cool here. Does it go dormant in Hawaii? If you know what gack fruit is, I don't know exactly what you actually grow.
Maybe he doesn't grow things. I do not want to bite into this. Not too big. You're going to break your teeth. Oh, it's breaking too small. Wait till it's cool. I should get us my tablet. Because I can see and can't read everything. Let me get closer.
Okay. Christine says she can't stay. She just wants your recipe.
I got to get the video up and do it right. Because this is my recipe and this is the problem. This is the problem. This is how I either don't have a recipe or I scribble things. So I'm trying to get a video together. I did this for fun and I can do it again. It's just, my big thing is I use mixed nuts and I chop the nuts and I'll get it together. It's really easy. And microwave, now I can safely say 100%. You can use a 700 watt, you can use a 1000 watt. I've used a 1000 watt. And I don't know if this will be up. It probably won't be. It's on Memorex. Isn't that the old VHS tape?
Memorex tape, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll get something, Christine, together really, I hope really, really soon. You see, I'm sure I missed a lot. Bear G 2011 she thinks that we're knowledgeable.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. See, I'm trying to see. Sylvia, 14 degrees? It's too cold for me. I wouldn't be able to make it. I don't like the cold. I can do the heat. It can be 114. I'll be outside working, but I can't do the cold. 10:40 p.m. Billie Jean is in the UK. Wow, it's nighttime. She can make peanut brittle tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah, Oliver's always first. He comes through on all the videos. And I think the problem is before the video's done, he's there. He's got to be 4 hours ahead of us. So he's ahead because I don't even need to finish the video and he's probably already watching it. But that's basically it. It came out good. I wasn't sure. I want to be able to freely say, yes, you can use any microwave you want. So good. Good. It's really good.
Yeah, there must be a, what is it, a pause or something? Because it's nothing scrolling right now.
No, maybe nobody's saying anything. They have nothing to say.
Oh, that's possible.
What are they going to say? They're standing in front in the kitchen. Say, thank you, Bear.
Thank you, Bear.
I was going to work in the garden. I'm going to work in the garden tomorrow.
Ben Dingo. Hi, everyone. Don't adjust your screen. It is only test.
That's what Ben Dingo wrote.
Yeah.
Some people think peanut brittle and they go, oh, you can't clean the bowl. You just put it in the sink with some warm water and just let it sit. Oh, so good. It's terrible. So bad. So bad for you.
Yeah. Happy New Year to everyone. You too, Daniela.
And this is why the whole stream wasn't live, because it would have been boring. There's no hummingbirds in the kitchen. It's just me trying to figure out how to use that microwave. And now I just wash the rest of the stuff. No. So gardening probably won't start for some of you until March. Some will wait until May. Let's see, what can you grow now? You can start onions in the house, but you have to keep them in the window. Make hummingbird feeders. Now, Bear G 2011, tell the truth. I'm sitting here with a glass of water and it's sugar, and you're not bored? Come on, I was bored. I was sitting here trying to figure this whole thing out by myself, but I was bored. Oh, this stuff is so good. You know what's wrong with this stuff? Is once you break it up and put it in a jar, you don't want to stop eating it. What are you drinking?
Ginger beer.
Ginger beer. I'd rather break this by hand. I just don't want to break it until I know it's ready to break. And it made it a little thick. I should have spread it out a little bit more. I'm going to wash my hands a little bit better. I don't like touching anything unless my hands are really, really clean. Let's see.
Sylvie.
Oh, I don't know about the replay may be up, but it's nonsense. Really, I'm just trying to work on the microwave. What I did was I launched it for members only, and I kind of worked by myself. Happy New Year. How about peas? In the house, you can, if you're not freezing, you can plant them outside. I'm here, but I'm trying to read everything. Leah C. Hello. I know I've missed people. Oh, Carla. How would you, Carla? Peace? Would that be right? She loves it. Oh, I'll have to tell my mother. My mother's asked about it. How long have the two of you been married? To each other? No.
28 years.
28 years. We just celebrated 28 years. But I've known you for 30, right?
That is correct.
30 years. That's a long time.
The blue roses just popped in.
Blue Rose, where were you before? I was on for members only. I needed somebody to come in, Blue Roses, and tell me all the things I was doing wrong. I came on, I don't know if it tells me. According to this thing, I've been streaming for 50 minutes. I came on and it played around in the kitchen. I turned it on for members only. And because YouTube wants me to turn things on for member only. And I just played around with all this. I can break this down. Oh, there it goes. See, it's a little thicker than I like. I'm going to kind of knock it around. I like getting small pieces because, yeah, I'm going to break this into smaller pieces because you eat too much of this. I have to get a jar. So good.
We met at a county fairgrounds. There was an event there.
No, I'm listening. You know, I'm
it.
just listening. I have to get up there to read all this. Really, I can see it. I see. Okay, so Holly wants to know, how did you meet?
Yeah, we went to an event at the county fairgrounds.
I was there, yes, and I met you. I remember meeting you at the fairgrounds. And I met you again later on. And you were staying with a friend that I knew, and you went to, we had lunch.
Yeah, we
on the
had
grass.
lunch. Yeah.
Taco Bell? Taco place.
Yeah, it was a taco place.
It was a taco place.
Which one?
Okay, message was, let's see. No, was it a secret to how long we were? No, it's not a secret. It's not a secret. I'm only teasing. Thank you. 52 years. I was married 52 years before before my husband passed. 52 years, that's a long time. How wonderful. See, I already asked this.
Yeah, it was kind of a convention, I guess, at the fairgrounds.
Yeah, it was a convention. Did I just do that? I just knocked something. Okay, I hit the mouse on the table, so let me just do this because it opens something up. Okay, so Angela, I got 3 packs of compost of homemade for the garden. Are you making your own? I got. So you might have bought. Can't throw kitchen scraps away. Where's the camera? You cannot throw They say they can fine you if you throw kitchen scraps away in the garbage. No. If you don't have a separate can, that some places might have a separate trash can, then you can put it in to what do you call that one? The one where you put your leaves and grass clippings, yard waste.
Green waste, yeah.
Green waste, yeah. So I don't know if how they're gonna do it. They're not getting any of mine anyway, so it doesn't matter. Thank you. Keep in mind I'm gonna miss something because I got a TV across the kitchen on the other side, and I'm trying to read from that. Was it love at first sight? Maybe for him. No. Is that being honest?
Yeah, I guess.
Was it love at first sight for you?
Well, we made a connection, but we saw each other a couple other places.
Yeah, it was later on. But love at first sight. No, but I did. You knew somebody that I did not care for.
Yeah, there was.
So when I found out you were friends with that person.
Well, I
then
knew
thought,
him. I wasn't actually.
Yeah, but I didn't know that. You said you knew him, and I thought, oh no. So it wasn't love at first sight. But then I'm trying to think how many times I met you before things got serious. Seriously, I'm
Yeah,
trying
it
to
was
remember.
a couple of times because
A couple times.
I was living in San Diego, so.
But you were coming up here a lot.
Yeah. So it was kind of a.
You were moving around and coming up here, and then I met you again. That would have been at the San Diego convention?
Yeah, that was the convention.
That's probably where we started talking and
Yeah.
getting to know each other more.
More than the.
Yeah, at a convention in San Diego. And then it was like, hey, he's really a nice guy, even though he knows that other guy. And then you told me you didn't like the other guy either.
Yeah.
So that's when there was kind of a
right.
connection. And then you Boy, how personal do we want to get on this? I'm trying to even remember. It's been so long. So then you came up here to lecture somewhere.
Yeah.
And so you stayed in the spare room. I think it was that time. And you lectured. And then you were supposed to leave.
Yep.
That's right. You were supposed to leave and you didn't. I wasn't in the house alone. Don't worry. He was a gentleman the whole time. Oh, you slept on the couch in the other room.
Yeah, I slept on the couch.
On the couch. That's right. So you slept on the couch, and then you said you were leaving, and you didn't. So I set up some other places for you to go to while you were here. I think we went to Universal Studios as well. Remember that?
Yeah, Universal Studios.
And we went to a few places. And then you were still going to leave, and you still didn't leave. How come you didn't leave?
I don't know.
Yeah, you stayed, and then did we go to the San Diego Zoo? I met you at the San Diego Zoo.
Yeah, that was another day.
Okay, so you and I didn't go together to the San Diego Zoo. I was with Shelley at that time, but we went to the LA Zoo.
Yeah.
That's why you stayed also, because I had a friend that ran the LA Zoo at the time. So I asked you if you wanted to stay and get a back tour of everything at the LA Zoo, and you said okay, and we got to go through everything. You went through the primates with me too, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay, so that time we went. I remember we went. Gosh, that was so long ago. So we went. You stayed here, and we went to the LA Zoo. And how many times did we go to the LA Zoo? When was the time you were collecting grasses from the LA Zoo? It wasn't that time, though, was it?
No, it wasn't that time.
Okay, so we must have gone a couple times, because that time we would have gone, we went in the back and we just went for the full tour on what they were feeding the baby birds and animals and different things. So that was that. And then you were going to go to Canada.
Yeah.
And then you asked if you can stay and help around here. And that's basically the whole story. And then one thing led to another.
No, Elmas was a Canadian.
He was almost a Canadian. He was going to go to Canada and plant trees. He did go to Canada. He did. He left to go to Canada. I remember. That's right. And then it started to snow. That's the story I've got. And he won't tell that story. But he called me from a phone booth. And you said, it's snowing. Can I come back? Somebody doesn't like the cold. So then you came back. And then you really never left until you went back to Australia to tidy things up there and sell stuff and move and do things there. And then you came back. And then one thing led to another, and we got married. It took us 2 years to get married.
Yeah, it was 2 years. Yeah, we didn't get married right away. And
I had to make sure he's really a nice guy. But I know that you knew Ken, who I knew in Australia, who said you were a super nice guy. So I knew people that you knew. So that's now you got the whole story.
Yeah, I knew a lot of people. Well, I knew a number of people that had been over here, and they knew Robbie.
Connie likes hearing the story and how we met. I do have one regret, and it bothers me to this day, that when you got sworn in, he wanted to become a citizen, that I actually decided to listen to the paperwork, and you were not allowed to bring in cell phones or cameras. And to this day, it bothers me so much because it was there when you got sworn in. And as soon as you get sworn in, everybody in the audience pulls out their cameras and starts taking pictures.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I was so pissed because I thought I had to do this right. They were going to check us. They had all that paperwork, no cameras, and everybody pulled out cameras. So we have no pictures of you being sworn in.
No.
So we got an invitation to go to Michael Jackson's funeral that time.
Yeah.
And we also was told at that time, no cameras, no cell phones. I brought a camera and I brought cell phones and I got pictures that time because I thought after that, I'm not believing anything. I did bring a camera that was not that expensive in case they confiscated it, just in case, but they didn't. But that bothers me. That's the only thing that bothers me is I would have loved to have had the photos when you got sworn in. I don't have anything except my memories.
Yeah.
I will never listen to anything like that again. Next time I do what I want. So I did what I want when I went to when we went to the Michael Jackson show. I wasn't even going to go to that. You wanted to go to that. We got the invite.
Here we got the invite.
And we tried to give it away. Everybody we knew wanted to go, but they were all working and they couldn't take off at the time. And then you said, you know what? Let's just go, because I kind of knew him. Kind of. I knew his brothers. I went to school with his brothers. So I can't say I knew them, but I knew I've spoken to Tito, and we went to school together. So it was kind of sad. The whole thing was sad. So we went to that. That's basically, I don't even know how I got on this subject. Sorry about that. Now I diverse and go on to another subject. Yeah, that was something, and it was still sad. But, what are you going to do?
Billie Jean. Michael Jackson funeral. Wow. Laugh out loud. Look at my name.
Yeah, I see your name. I know. It was, it was like, it was the weirdest thing to even get invited to that. That's funny. But, so that's the only reason I brought that up is they told you no cameras, no this. I brought it in anyways, and nobody stopped. I've got pictures, but when they're dark, but you can see inside everything going on. So let's see. So that was the only reason I brought it up. That had I known, you ever know somebody that's going to go get sworn in, you bring your cameras, because that's something that's the only regret I've got. But that's basically it. I can't think of anything else kind of exciting. This came out good. And I forgot the vanilla, and I would not know it, only that I forgot to put the vanilla in. Now it is still really light in color, so I could have left it a little longer. Definitely want to break it into small pieces, because the reason peanut brittle is so bad, it's addicting. You eat one piece and you want to keep eating it.
Say it a little better there.
Yeah, well, what I wanted to do is, before I put a video together, I want to be able to say, hey, you can make this with any microwave, and I couldn't do that before. I didn't know if you can make it with a toy microwave. It's not a toy. When you look online and I need a microwave, it's like, oh, it looks so big. And then it comes in the box. The box was big. And I opened it up. It's like, are you kidding me? But it works. Anissa, you want some peanut brittle? So it's small, but it works. Do not break your teeth. We're live. Do not break your teeth.
I won't.
It's healthy. It's healthy. Hey, if the hummingbirds can eat it, we can eat it. So, don't bite it. Suck on it, because I don't want you breaking your teeth.
Which one?
I don't want to break my teeth. My teeth are too old, and I don't want to break them. I don't want to break my teeth. Let's see. Let me get up here and see what, because, let's see. Oh, see, Billie Jean King. I remember that. There were Billie Jean.
Yeah, Billie Jean King.
Yeah. So it's not after the Michael Jackson. No. Karen Bowers is here. Hello. Karen, you should have been here an hour ago and told me how the camera was going. Let's see what else is there. I don't know if I can scroll down. Hi, I subscribed to your granddaughter. Oh, Sandra's is subscribed to you.
Thank you.
Look at that. 1971. Wow. I'm trying to see if okay, what story did you guys miss? The Michael Jackson funeral or how Harry and I met? Glendora. That's not too far away, is it?
Glendora?
Glendora, California. I am in Glendora, California. It's rained so much. Yeah. Oh, Karen was making dinner. Karen, you should have been making peanut brittle with me. No, I'm kidding. It looks like an easy bake oven. It does. It's so small, but it works. I think I left it in a little longer. The main thing is to make it darker. I think it could have been a little darker, but it went to the crack stage, and that's all I cared about. As long as it's at the crack stage, it's good. It's really bad. It's like you start eating it. That's why I crack them really small. Because you start eating it and you just keep popping it and popping it and popping it.
Really good.
He eats a lot of it. Thank goodness we went for a blender.
That's what you tell everyone.
You don't eat a lot of it?
Well, it disappears out of the jar
I know.
mysteriously.
The whole jar
Must be me,
disappears.
right?
They're
How
saying
do you
they missed
pronounce your
both
name?
movies.
Love.
Lou.
She told me last time, Lou. That's right. Hello, Lou. What did you miss? You didn't miss anything. We were talking about how Gary and I met, and then how Gary was sleeping on the couch, and even my son said, "When is he leaving?" I remember. Oh, you took the kids to
Magic Mountain.
Magic Mountain for the day because
Yep.
I was working. You took the. That's right.
I
Did
did.
you like it? Magic Mountain.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. The rides were pretty
Okay,
cool.
because I haven't been to Magic Mountain in years. I forgot that you did. You took the kids to Magic Mountain. I don't remember what you all did all that time. We probably went to the Fullerton Arboretum.
Yeah, I did a lot of stuff that I
A lot of sightseeing stuff we did when he
didn't
was
get
here.
to see. When I first came to LA, at that time I didn't have a car and I was getting around by buses and stuff like that. So
No, when you came here, you had a car.
when I
Oh,
flew in
I
from
didn't
a-
know you did
yeah.
at all. That's right. You flew in and you went to Disneyland.
stayed across the street from Disneyland for a week.
Okay, that's right. You bought a car while you were here.
Yeah.
I remember that. So I don't remember you buying a car. You were with your friend, and the two of you bought a car. Let's see. How have regretted not getting photos of my eldest son while he was master of ceremonies. Did they tell you not to bring in a camera? It was not appropriate to take pictures. Same thing, Wendy. That's what happened. When he was being sworn in for his citizenship, they gave you this whole paperwork, and they're not going to let you in the door if you have a camera, and you can't bring cell phones.
I remember that.
You do remember
Yeah, I
that?
remember that.
But you were even little.
Yeah, I remember going.
You remember? You went?
Yes, I remember going. I was with you guys.
That's
Oh my
right.
Gosh, I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember now.
Really?
Yeah, and I remember you were upset because everybody brought up and we're all holding cameras,
Yeah, as soon
recording,
as they were
and you were like, we didn't even bring anything.
because the paperwork said they wouldn't let you in. You could be fined. You can't bring in any electronics. And
Boy.
it's like, are you kidding me? I mean, all these people just stood up. And they're all taking pictures. And I thought they should have sold cameras and would have bought one. That's what they should have done.
I think it was for security reasons because people had a lot of documents that they would probably be opening up and showing each other.
I think I do remember. Then we ran to go outside while he was coming through because they came on stage. Then we had to go outside to find him or something.
It sounds kind of familiar. I just remember sitting and watching, and everybody got up with their cameras. I remember you never got up. You were all upset because you didn't have a camera.
You didn't go with us to the Michael Jackson funeral.
No.
Well, we couldn't take anybody. It was 2 tickets only.
Yeah, I didn't go for that.
And that one had the same thing. All security, no camera. I brought a camera. I didn't bring my good camera. I had brought my really good camera. And I could have. I had one good camera once. We went to Disney on ice. Do you remember that? You were little? I almost got thrown out on that.
Mm-mm.
Your
Don't
dad
remember.
got tickets to see a special performance of Disney on Ice.
Oh.
And I had my camera with me, and the security guard dragged me out. I remember. And I showed him, I said, why can't I have my camera? And he said, it's professional. I said, it's not a professional, it's a Sony camera. And he looked it over, and then he let me use the camera. So, and that, they didn't say that you couldn't have a camera, but that's the only regret. That's actually a big regret I got in life, that I should have brought not even a throwaway camera. Didn't even think about that. And that's what I should have done. And I didn't. That's why I was prepared for the Michael Jackson funeral. Holly, have you found any more of your chairs in Gary's garden? You haven't set up any chairs
No,
yet.
I haven't set up any chairs. I'm not likely to either. It's just my preference, I guess.
Yeah, I like the chairs. I'm going to be setting up chairs in the bird garden that's right here. See, I should get closer so I can read this a little better. Okay. Okamama is Mary from Southern California. Hi. I'm sure I missed people and I did not. I'm here, but I'm trying to get close enough to read. So, hello. Okay, Wendy follows don't. And she follows everything to the T. I did then, but I wouldn't now. I would not now. Oh no, I'm not stealing anymore. Have I stolen anymore of your hummingbird jars? I don't think
No,
so.
no.
But
Not recently, no.
no, but I do like making hummingbird feeders. The hummingbirds love different feeders. You can make a feeder out of this too, if you really wanted to. All you have to do is get something that would fit inside, and then you could fill the whole thing with rocks or whatever you want. And the main thing is, once you make holes in here, just make sure it's up to the top. So when you screw it on, the nectar's on the top. I make all kinds of feeders using all different types of things. So peanut brittle can be made with I'm talking to my granddaughter. Where's the camera? There it is. It can be made with a small, I know this is bad. It shouldn't be, because it's only got sugar. It's got 1 cup of sugar. It's got a half a cup of corn syrup, a dash of salt, which you don't need if you're adding in nuts. Where's the camera? Nuts with salt. That's all there is to it. And then you're going to cook it and cook it and cook it in the microwave, keep taking it out and stirring it. Then you add in, that's why I have to do this on a video and make it really short and fast. Then you can add in either the nuts first or a little bit of butter. A lot of people call for a whole stick of butter. I don't use anywhere near that much. And then the baking soda goes in at the end. It does not go back in the microwave at that point. Don't put the baking soda in until you are ready to pour. Stir it up, pour it. I forgot the vanilla. The vanilla should have gone in with the butter, and I just completely forgot. And it's still good. I wouldn't know. I wonder if almond flavoring would be good too.
Ooh, that'd be really good.
Well, there's almonds in here. I mean, this one, the one I use is got peanuts, almonds, cashews, hazelnuts, and pecans. And that's what's in there. And you don't like the ones with full nuts because they get too hard. People put them in too early. When we put them in the beginning, they get harder and harder, and you got to really chew on nuts. And us old people do not want to break their teeth on that stuff. There must be questions. Oh, the hummingbird. Oh, okay. So Mary is still getting hummingbirds at her. Where did you say you are? You're in Southern California. I'm starting to think that they started to go away. There weren't as many, and today and yesterday there's more hummingbirds than ever. So have they come down, or are they hovering here waiting to go up north? Because now we're in January. Because they could start. We had a hummingbird nest that time start building the nest in January. Depends on the weather. If the weather's good, they'll start building early. Didn't nest right away, but started building. I want him to build again on the kitchen window. That would be fun. So that's it. Now see, I know we're boring everybody. Well, I had this thing on for over an hour, and then you can go back in and switch it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. So I figured before I signed off, members only, it was just me, myself, and I. And I went in there, and I didn't do it right the first time. Gary said it wasn't on, and I did it again, and you can switch it. So if I wanted to, I could go back and switch it to. I'm not going to, but you can swap it around. You gotta go.
No, I'm good.
That's an Apple Watch?
Yeah, I got it for Christmas.
Oh, cool. Let's see. So what other questions?
No, you're not boring.
I'm not-
No, I just got on.
So what else can we talk about? I can't think of anything else right now. So now I'm just going to soak this. And that will just soak it in the sink in 15 minutes, hot water, and then wash it, and it's really easy to wash. And that's it. And then I'll break this up, put this in a jar, and it'll be gone really soon. I try to break it in really small pieces. He just eats more. Right?
It doesn't change anything.
No, but I would prefer to grab a couple small pieces because you tend to grab more than what you really, well, no, you'll eat it, is what it is. You take a big piece, you'll eat it. Okay, so now I'm not as upset about this teeny little microwave. It does, it works fine. It worked really, really good. Really, really good. And I don't use a microwave that often. We might make a baked potato if we haven't bought any potatoes lately. Oh, we did buy some potatoes. We might make a baked potato, but otherwise I don't really use the microwave a lot here because I cook. I boil water on the stove.
The microwave is adorable.
Oh, it's cute. It's cute. I can't remember what I paid for it. It was really cheap too. Walmart special.
Is that the mixed nuts from Sam's Club?
No, but that would be good too. This is actually the mix. This one is really good. This is the mixed nuts from Walmart. This is only about $8, and that's big, and it really lasts a long time. And then you got the better nuts. This has got peanuts. Then they have another one that's double the money, but it's got pistachios and the Hawaiian nuts. Oh my gosh. What do you call Hawaiian nuts? Macadamia nuts. That's sitting in the cupboard there. When we show that, you can grab it out, you know. But I didn't use it for the peanut brittle. Since it's peanuts, I keep looking for the camera. Since it's peanuts, I go ahead and use this. I mean, this to me is better. I will sit down and eat a whole bag of potato chips.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that one is a really good mix. That's what I gave them for Christmas, our neighbors.
It's macadamia nuts, actually, Australian.
The macadamia nuts are also, yeah, but there's so
Those very good ones in Hawaii. Ours in California are much smaller.
You think these are from California?
No, they're probably from Hawaii.
I don't know. That's a good mix. That's a nice mix to sit down and grab a handful. Better than eating a bag of
Actually,
potato
you
chips.
know what? They could be from California because ours have been that big.
Oh, the ones from cross street and stuff around here?
The ones in our
This is a good mix. Either one. I just don't use peanuts in my peanut brittle. I use mixed nuts.
Karen Bowers is asking, when will you start your seeds for the spring garden?
Not too early, because the way I grow them in the tool, they grow so fast that I end up with no place to put them. I'm probably going to start onions fairly soon, unless we buy them. There was a guy in Texas, we bought some of the starts, and that's your mom got some.
Some what?
A guy in Texas, she bought a whole bunch of onions from him. Oh, I got the information from her. So if I buy that, then I'm growing on the kitchen window right now. Seeds, I've got peppers just on the kitchen window because I can put them out at any time. Tomatoes are a little too soon. They're going to take off and grow all over the garden here, even if I don't plant tomatoes. Probably another month, I'm going to start the seeds in the house.
And then imagine a macadamia brittle.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah. Holly asks, Gary, what are you going to grow on your arch?
Right now, the main thing I'm looking at are the fig leaf gourd or shark fin melon, because I'm going to grow those in a couple of different ways, and I'm going to experiment with those. Plus, I'm going to grow different things. I'm going to extend it out, and I'll put some flowering vines in there too for the hummingbirds.
Oh, growing in between?
In between, yeah. I'll go sort of like vegetable flower, some combination similar to that. So that I think the hummingbirds will probably fly inside the arch.
Oh, they probably will.
And feed on the flowers as they come through the arch.
They probably will. The nuts are salted. If you use salted nuts, don't add salt to your peanut brittle. If you're using unsalted nuts, what? No, they're going to tell me something else. Then if you use unsalted nuts, then you want to add like a little bit of a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon to a teaspoon.
Sandra asks, I got the mixed nuts from Sam's, cashews, almonds, pecans, pistachios, and hazelnuts. Would that work for your peanut brittle?
Yeah.
This, I don't know, see, it looks backwards to me.
No, I think they see it right. I think
Okay.
we see it backwards. For some reason, that's the way it goes on live, but they see it right.
That would either say Sam's Club or it might just say Great Value.
Oh, wait a minute.
So it will be the
Sam's
same.
Club, it's going to be the same nuts.
Yeah.
The Sam's Club is Walmart. So it might be the same nuts. I use the one with peanuts. It's cheaper and it's peanut brittle, so I figured I'll go with the peanut one. I don't know if this is going to be on replay or not because it's boring. Really, it's boring. I chop it up so all the nuts are chopped because Gary doesn't like peanut brittle, so I started making it this way, not because he needed it, but he liked it, and that's why, because you don't like hard peanuts.
No. Okay, yeah, this is the same.
It is the same.
Sam's Club.
Your mom gets a lot of stuff from Sam's Club.
Yes.
And Karen Bowers will be 6 weeks. she's thinking she's 6 weeks behind us, maybe because she's north of Sacramento.
Okay, yeah, because you're gonna, if you
or
start
in that
things
area.
too soon, there's certain things if you start too soon, you'll end up composting them, or they'll just get leggy. I've had peppers grow on the kitchen window for months, and then I stick them outside, and then they take off. But tomatoes, I mean, you probably could do tomatoes too. I would wait. You're in no hurry. What could you grow now? Walking onions on your window. Some herbs, if you get enough sunlight, you can grow in the kitchen window.
Yeah, depending on where you live, I'm still putting in potatoes and that as they
I have to harvest
Yeah,
my
you just-
potatoes
well,
bad before
yeah.
they grow again.
have to find out what will grow in your area.
I have to have the replay so I can watch them. You don't want. I'm telling you, Sandra, it's boring. I was just standing here in the kitchen, going slowly to make sure that thing worked and not to forget anything. And I still forgot. I really do want to put a video together, and I want to do it right. Maybe this was not a video. This was just, it was me testing the camera. I set up, we have like a TV there so I can see what I was doing, checking the lighting. I'm hoping the sound is okay. I don't know what Vast Tech. Maybe he's talking to somebody, no? So it was kind of like, basically I'm still testing it. Like I found out today I could go live privately and then set it. I still don't know how to schedule. It's got to be stupid simple. And it wouldn't let me do a thumbnail. So I don't even know what the thumbnail is. They're not bored. Come on, you got to be bored. I'm bored. Well, no, I'm not bored talking to you guys. Let's see something I'm trying to read. Okay. Let me see if I can go down for a minute. I have to put my mouse here and see if I can go down in case I missed too much. Never boring. Oh, thank you. We're like family. Let's see if I can do this without knocking anybody off. Let's see. Batty. I know I didn't say hello. Hello, Barbara C. You didn't miss a lot, Barbara. Let's see. Okay, so they're getting the same nuts. Sandra. Okay, I think if we missed somebody, I am sorry. Wendy, I think I talked to you already. I think we got everybody. I talked to Connie before. Okay, so we didn't miss anybody. Irish Rose, good evening. Basil, well, basil would be good. You can grow, if you can grow any of that stuff in the house, in the window, it depends on how much light you've got. You want to have some light for them. So you can grow things in the window. I've still got a hummingbird tree in the window. I don't know what you're laughing about.
Where's Kitty?
Where's Kitty?
Kitty's not here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Kitty's not here. Is it safe to bring her here?
Yeah.
Because I'm scared to death to bring her here.
I'll bring her in.
You're gonna go get. You say that, but she's gonna go through a hole in the screen. Your healer went through the other screen door. The healer went through the screen door.
When?
I don't know. Gary had her. He was in the house with Ivy, and I guess she didn't see the screen door, so she went through it. That's why he hot glued it over there. So, okay, so your basil died. You know, I'm trying to think. Basil. Most of my basil's dead. I've got a few still growing. It's just too cold. They don't like it cold. So you could just try oregano on the window. A lot of my oregano is still alive. So try oregano. Let's see, what do I got growing? I got tricolored sage growing. Sage is still growing outside. You're right on the basil. A lot of it went to flower, and a lot of it died back. Yes, where is Kitty? Gary went to go get Kitty. I've got purple basil growing on my window. Ooh, also rooting. Elderberries. That would be good. Yeah, if you've got enough sun, you can get a lot of it growing. I have rosemary. I love
rosemary.
Do you?
Yeah, I like rosemary a lot.
Do you grow rosemary?
I don't think so.
Oh, you should take rosemary from me. I got rosemary all over the place. I've got a lot of cuttings on my kitchen window. I don't know why, because I got a big 3 big bushes, I think, out by the papayas and one
Yeah.
big one.
I've taken from your.
Okay, and then I got a big one out front. And that's from the 99-cent store, and I didn't know where to put it. It was before I was gardening. Just stuck them in the ground. They're massive. I mean, they're big bushes.
Yeah, they get big. It's crazy. Right now, parsley and rosemary and sage is doing well outside.
Okay.
Kitty.
You're still waiting for Jerry one to get Kitty.
Everyone's demanding
Where's
Kitty comes
Kitty?
on screen.
Where's Kitty?
No one cares about you, Gary. They care about Kitty.
I mean, that's not good.
You should need to put like a live cam up of just Kitty running around.
Most of the time she comes in the house and she just wants to sleep all day.
People would watch it.
Yeah, it probably would. It's just funny. She doesn't do much during the day. Except when she sees me pick up a camera. And then she's following me around because she thinks she's going to get broccoli. I had some people come in. I don't think they're here. And they went, oh my God, what are you doing to that dog? She's a vegetarian. She's not a vegetarian. Because she eats a piece of broccoli here and there. Oh, you're killing the dog. I actually knew somebody that their dog was.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
No, I don't know who you're talking about. But
Joey.
I know one of them. Wait, really?
Yeah. But it wasn't. It wasn't. Nobody knows who I'm talking about, so it's okay to say. Stevie became a vegetarian, which he is not anymore. That's my nephew. But while he became a vegetarian, he decided, don't get her near that. He decided to make his dog, he had a Doberman at the time, vegetarian. So his dog was vegetarian until he wasn't in the house, and then Joey was getting him good dog food. So he thought his dog was vegetarian. You cannot have a dog vegetarian. There's going to be people that are going to come in and say you can, but you can't. There is nothing wrong with dogs eating vegetables. They will go into gardens and pull things out and eat it, and that's absolutely fine. So Kitty does like her she likes certain grains. She likes broccoli, and if I let her run around the bird garden, she makes me nervous because she'll eat too much color. She's shaking. It's like, why am I here?
Sandra and Connie said hi, Kitty.
Kitty. Hi, Kitty.
Hello, Kitty.
Hello, Kitty. Hello, Kitty.
There's a woman that used to be on YouTube, but she got booted off because she does too much hate speech, vegan stuff. She's the vegan teacher, but she has 3 or 4 dogs that she all has on vegan diet. She said dogs aren't meant to eat meat, and they are meant to be vegan.
You know, I allow people to have their own personal opinion. But boy, that's wrong. Because what are dogs eating?
Yeah. Look at their teeth.
They do.
Right.
I do believe that vegetables are fine. We won't get into details. We won't make anybody sick, but think about what they're eating. He talked about that too before, because they're eating the entire animal most of the time.
Yeah.
So if they're eating a rabbit, they're getting other things besides that. So the coyotes are eating anything they can find. No, you can't really make them. I don't know why people would want to do that. It doesn't make any sense, but my dogs did too. Okay, let me go. I'm going to step up and read
Kitty
some.
wants broccoli. I'll watch it. My dogs did too.
I have not. Have we started any sage from seed? I think it's only cutting. The sage I'm growing, the regular sage, I got at the 99-cent store. Remember, it was in those. I did a video on that. They were in these little packets for $1, and then when you open up the packet, there was like 20 plants. And I planted those, and that's the sage we've got. And then we've got the tricolor sage that we got from CPG. So I didn't grow that from seed, but I have done cuttings. You can do cuttings off of sage. You can buy one plant and then you just do cuttings like you would do rosemary. You look like you're going to say something. So say something if you want to say. I'm just trying to give you time to say something too.
Australian cattle dogs or Queensland heelers. So when we're talking about heelers, we're referring to the Queensland heelers.
Laney, hello. Let's see. Hello. They're all saying hello to Kitty. She's adorable. Kitty always wants broccoli. And I don't let her eat a lot because she doesn't need a lot. I don't know if I make her gassy or not. She doesn't need a lot. She does like cooked zucchini, and I would prefer to have it lightly cooked than give her just raw.
Yeah, Anissa, you should mention what your channel is.
Yeah, my channel is just Anissa Charles, ANNISA, and then Charles, all one word. I post a little bit of everything. Post fashion, makeup. I'm starting school again this month, So I'll be posting school content. I'm going back to college. And now we'll be back in person.
I know you haven't done anything for about 2 weeks now, right?
No, not, yeah, 2 weeks has been a little crazy.
A lot of people have taken off, I've seen on YouTube.
Yeah, it's been
The
hectic with the
holidays.
holidays and family.
So your healers, let's see, that's Sandra's asking about, I guess she asked about healers, Karen Bauer, what kind of, Karen, wait a minute, what kind of dogs do we see with Gary? It wasn't you, Karen, or is it Blue Roses? Somebody has healers. Gary's got healers. Chocolate peppermint tea. That's cool. That is really good. Okay, so Ellie, is it Ellie Mae? Ellie Mae. She does basil by cuttings. Yes. Exciting times for you to come. Let's hope for a winter that comes in nice and warm. So let's see what else is there. How do I keep eating? I'm making fried chicken tonight because it's so healthy. She doesn't understand. Look, she's shaking.
Yeah, it's like
she
a
shakes like a chihuahua when you pick her up. It's like, uh-oh. So I can't think of anything else. I need to go harvest all my ginger. Do you grow ginger?
No, we don't.
Do you eat ginger?
No.
Oh, okay. And you
We should be eating ginger, but no one likes the taste of ginger.
You know, I don't like ginger, but then I grate it up and put it in cookies.
Mhm.
And you can make the cookies with a cake mix, and it's so good.
But don't you taste it? Ginger's so strong.
Not when you're cooking it in a ginger cookie. And then the other way is when your dad does like stir fries and different things,
Yeah.
you put it in, it really enhances the flavor and it tastes good. Once you're used to it, I like it.
I think we would have to get used to it because a lot of recipes Dad has seen for stir fries, he'll try to put ginger in, absolutely hates it, and you can kind of taste it. So he just doesn't put ginger in. But yeah, we should get used to it. Mom had me when I first threw my back out, eating half a ginger root a day.
Really? How are you doing that though?
She was having me put in a blender with bananas and start trying to mask the flavor any way I could, but it was not working.
Gary loves it. You'll just grate it.
Yeah, and I just finished.
You can put her down if you think she's
Yeah,
going to
take
go
her.
anywhere. I worry that she's going to go out a screen door with a hole that I don't know about.
Yeah, this is like
But we have a lot of ginger now, a ton of ginger. You should just take from us. I've got the whole front. I've got to harvest. Gary, you don't even harvest yours, do you?
my ginger gets overshadowed by the turmeric, so I'm going to have to move that into a better place because it's not getting enough sun. The turmeric grows really vigorous and it grows a lot taller and faster. So by the time the ginger comes up, it's already in the shade.
But does it still grow in underneath?
Yeah,
it?
just
Okay.
not as well as I did years ago. But this stuff's intense. It's supposed to be for mixed drinks, but it's really heavy.
I bought this for him because he was going for a colonoscopy. And I thought, well, he likes ginger beer. And then they came and they were so tiny. And this is really strong for mixing in drinks.
Yeah.
He drank it though. He was
I drank
mixing it with
it.
ginger ale. We're putting it in with ginger
Yeah,
ale.
my favourite ginger beer is Bundaberg ginger beer, and that's made in Queensland, Australia.
Is that the stuff you bought that time?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had like 100 bottles.
Ew.
You don't have any more left? Did you save
No,
any?
I finished.
You did finish the
Yeah.
last one? You walked into a discount store and they had a whole shelf of them. They were like a quarter a piece or something, or cheaper. And he came home with a few, but then he thought about it, went back and got the rest, and he had it just stashed, and it was like piled in the bedroom in a corner of.
Yeah, but by the end, I was rationing it. Like I was like drinking one bottle a week, and then it got down to one bottle every couple of months because I knew once I'd finished it, I probably won't get it again.
No, they sell it. Even Grocery Outlet sells it, but it's like a buck a bottle, and they're little bottles. So he won't spend the money. He doesn't want it for that price. For a quarter, maybe they were even less. They were so cheap.
Yeah.
But you do have to get used to ginger, and then it depends. Like if you have heartburn, You grate that up, put it in some water.
Really? Ginger's good for heartburn? Oh.
Ask him. He uses a lot.
Yeah.
He loves ginger.
No, and ginger has a lot of, really great things. It's great for your body.
Anti-inflammatory.
Yeah. And that's why Mom was having me eat the half a root.
Does Mom
Okay.
use it?
No, and that's what I didn't understand. She has a bad back too. Why was she making me drink it, not her?
And she cares about her daughter. And then we have turmeric growing.
Turmeric is good. I like turmeric.
Okay, I still don't know what to do with the black turmeric you wanted. Now I have tons of black turmeric that I don't know what to do with.
Yeah.
I ate one day and I ate it I was making a video and I ate it and I said, oh, it tastes pretty good. And then you came home and tasted it. I said, you said it was awful.
It's medicinal. It has a medicinal.
What are you supposed to do with it? What I want to know
little-
is exactly what does black turmeric do? Exactly.
Add a little bit.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
You can add a little bit of what does it do is what I want to know. No, it's a question.
Does it have the same properties as
it's
normal
got-
turmeric?
Anti-inflammatory properties, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Because I looked it up and the stuff I look up, it tells me it's a lot of like religious stuff. They use it for prayers and stuff.
Yeah. But you can also eat it, and it's really good for anti-inflammatory.
Have you ever eaten black?
No, black
Okay.
turmeric, just normal turmeric.
I now have 3 containers out there bursting through the containers.
How old's Kitty?
I'm gonna have to look it up. Is she 6 or 7? I should know, but offhand she's like she's either 6 or 7.
Someone also wants your ginger cookie recipe. And
That is nothing.
Sandra said that, and then everybody else is like, yes.
That
ginger.
is absolutely nothing. That is a box of cake mix. I use gluten-free cake mix because we do not eat wheat. You could use a regular cake mix, get a yellow, and then make it with 1 egg, half a cup of oil. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. I think it's 1 egg, a half a cup of oil. You mix it up, and then you just make your cookies. I grate in and put ginger in that, and it is fabulous. And you bake cookies out of a cake mix. It's just so fast, and you like that. Now the cake mixes are not created equal sometimes. You'll eat it, but it bothers me. If I find a yellow cake mix that has citric acid in it, I don't know why, but it bothers me because I'm trying to taste the ginger and I taste citrus. So I use Krusty's. That doesn't have the citric acid, but then there was a Pillsbury one. I can't find the cake mix. Anyways, a yellow one. And that one was gluten-free and they used citric acid and it tastes like you're eating lemons or oranges. So, and he didn't mind it, but I look at the ingredients. I use a cake mix. I'm going to have to, I think it's 1 egg and a half a cup of oil. I don't think it's a whole cup, but I'm going to have to double check that. So let me double check it. It's just, I make a lot of stuff simple, even though I do make from scratch. Better for Gary too. I think a video of you baking is better for Gary too. Because then he eats everything afterwards.
Yeah, I was growing small. I'm going to call it small Thai galangal, and I was using the leaves of that for tea because it's got a small rhizome.
Don't look at me. I don't know what you were doing.
No, that's what I was using the
water.
leaves for. And ginger leaves too. When I was growing more ginger, I was putting that in my
Let me
tea.
grab water. Excuse me, passing by. I haven't used the leaves myself. You're saying the green leaves you can use.
Yeah.
I have not used that yet.
I put everything. I make up tea in the morning and I put all sorts of things in it.
But that I have to harvest. I was going to get to that today. I think I'll get it. I'll try to do it this week. I need to harvest my ginger, harvest my turmeric. I need to harvest my potatoes. If I don't get my potatoes out, they're going to start to grow. I want to see how well that works because they're in a bucket and it's packed. I reach my hand in. I can feel how packed it is. Go ahead. I see you have something to say. Go for it.
No,
Oh, I bet you were going to say something. Let's see. I have not done candied ginger. I bought you candied ginger, didn't I, Gary?
yeah, I've
Yeah.
got candied ginger.
I have not made it. Ginger tea. You like ginger tea?
Yeah.
We've done that. with ginger.
And one day I'll make ginger beer again. I used to make it in Australia, and that was fun.
You should. You keep telling me to save the oil bottles and stuff. Baby, candied baby. Oh, I'm gonna knock everybody off. Watch. Baby ginger is great. Candied baby ginger. I have not done anything like that. I really just like adding it to food.
Yeah. Black turmeric is kind of got a, is it sort of a bluish
It's a
color?
bluish purple. It's deep, deep blue. I could almost do it in here. Not now, but just dump it.
It almost looks like a gemstone, like almost.
Yeah, when you slice it, and I've got a video on that. It's like deep, deep blue, and it blends out a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think they're different. Don't you grow it?
Yeah, I do.
I thought so. But you haven't. It's not black. It's actually, I don't know why they call it black, but then they call a lot of things different colors because it's dark, because it's not yellow or orange. It's kind of a bluey purple. Would you call it a bluey purple?
Yeah, it's a blue purple.
But it's deep, a really deep color. Sandra, no video for us. What is Sandra is black?
Because Sandra was asking for the ginger cookie.
Oh, not today. I'm going to work on that.
Well, the way you described it was as if you weren't going to do it, so.
Well, I can do it. I can do it. Sometimes things are boring. I baked chocolate chip cookies one night and I filmed it and I thought, I can't even watch this. How's anybody going to watch it? Just me sitting in the kitchen late at night baking cookies. It wasn't live.
She'll do it.
She'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. It's no big deal. Anything? I'm trying to see if I'm missing it. I don't want to bore people. But I know you grow a lot of ginger. What else do I have to harvest? I have to go through and start composting.
Yeah, I grow more turmeric than ginger. Did you just say I grow more?
Yeah, you grow ginger and turmeric. You grow more turmeric than
more
ginger.
turmeric, yeah. I
think I grow more turmeric than ginger because I think when I threw in some pieces, I think the turmeric likes it here better and it pushes out everything. I don't know what I'm going to do with all that when I harvest it, besides throw some of it in the freezer. I mean, you can keep it out for a long time, but I don't want it to rot. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. Last year, I didn't even harvest it. It got to the point I harvested like 1 bucket, I think, or something. And then I left it. It was like, oh, what am I going to do with all this?
Yeah.
Nothing is pouring.
The lane still? Yeah, we've got a lot of garlic. At least I do. And I haven't looked in your containers.
I did the same thing your mom did. I didn't even pick the garlic and they're all growing again. So when I want garlic, it's all over the place. I don't even know where he is. It just grows. And then your mom also said that she liked eating the green leaves. I said, you keep pulling all the green leaves off, the garlic bulb won't grow. And she said she didn't care because the leaves were better than the garlic itself.
Yeah, we were taking the leaves off.
So it's all over the place. I bought, wait a minute. I just bought the garlic from Kmart. I was going to plant it and I forgot. It started growing. I gave it to you.
Yeah, I planted some.
You can get garlic from, did I say Kmart? You can get garlic from Walmart. And I tried not buying the organic one, and the plain one grew from here. It grew, but I didn't have a place to put it right now. So you can do that. You took the elephant garlic. Is that growing?
The elephant garlic's growing, and the elephant garlic I didn't harvest last year, it's about 1 foot tall. So it came back. So I didn't know exactly where I planted it. It kind of got lost.
Yeah, you start finding things as they come back. Yeah, it was too soon because I'm not ready. I want to go through all the toads. I was looking through videos when I was doing the garden tour the other day. And I looked at the driveway 2 years ago, and the driveway was massive, everything growing, because it was all new in the spring. And then last spring, I let a lot of stuff come back on its own, and it didn't look as massive. So this year, I want to go through and just compost everything out, take whatever soil I want, because it's really good when the totes break down. You have all that soil. I don't have to buy soil. And he doesn't buy any soil, but I want to go through and start over. I don't want to dump anything unless I have to. The only reason you'd have to dump is if it's not draining. Oh my. I have a question. Wait a minute. Okay, they're asking about asparagus. Joy Blessed Life. I have a question for you. This is serious. How do you highlight? Do you know how to highlight like that?
No. Is it because she put the @ Robbie and Gary gardening? I think it's because she put the ad.
I don't think so. Is there something special you do when you get it to highlight? Let me know how to do it, because I have looked at, I even tried to find a video on that. And I can't figure out how you do it. There are programs you can get, but I'm just thinking in general, there's got to be some stupid, simple way of doing it. Do you think the asparagus will grow good in the containers? Holly's asking that. I don't know. You told me they do better in the ground. I have one that you never took when you took all my asparagus.
Yeah.
And it came up, and I did have spears. I was pulling purple spears out. So when I moved it into the rainbow garden, and I don't know how well it's going to grow. The plant's growing. It's massive. So I'll see in the spring. Will they grow in containers? I don't know. Just leave her. He said she won't go anywhere. So we'll see.
I just want to follow her.
What
She's
about the
so
screen
small.
that Ivy went through? It's all patched up? The screen
Yeah,
door?
they'll patch the screen.
She's so tiny.
Let's see.
Yeah, I've got a beehive that we bought. It's flat in a box, and I've got to put that together and set that up. I'll set that up hopefully before spring, so that the hive that I've got down down the hill here, when they split off, hopefully they'll find this hive.
So the beehive you bought is just a matter of putting it together?
Yep.
Okay.
Putting it together and painting it.
Okay, she said you just put the @ sign and then add the channel. I'm going to have to try that. I am going to have to try that. And that will highlight it? Yeah.
Yes. Do the @ then the channel name.
I'm going to have to try it because I didn't know that. I see people do it all the time. Even there's times I'll go into somebody else's chat and then they'll want to say hello and they'll highlight my name. And it's like, how do they do that? I'll watch it. Let's see. Let's see what else is there. I'm trying to, I know it didn't go back far. I'm just going to go back a little further. Can you read from here?
I can just read from here. That's why I kept looking down. Just in, it's easier
I
to
know I
read
have
with that.
missed. Eventually. So yes, I'm going to definitely have to try that. Okay, so I got to get my potatoes harvested. I got to get everything in the driveway. The problem is, I tell everybody, take your plants out and start over. I look and it's like, it's trying to live. That's what happens when you're involved with animals. It's trying to live. How can you take out a plant that's struggling? And you hear it screaming as you're pulling it out. No, I have to get really serious. It's easier to do it on a computer, but you can just hit the @ and then type the channel name in. So you're going to type the channel name in, and that will highlight it. I'll try it next time. Oh, there she goes.
I'm going to try it.
I've never been able to do it. And I see people do it because I'll see my name light up. I'll be on somebody that's chatting and I'll say something and then they'll come in and say, oh, Robbie and Gary. And it's like, how do they do that? She said you have to put the @ first and then type it in and it will highlight. So I forgot what I was talking about. I'm tired already. It's probably from all the sugar. No, I haven't eaten that much.
I don't think I did it right.
Oh, look at that.
Look at
But she taught us that. There's your video.
that.
Well, I went nuts. How do you highlight a name? Look at that. And she came back and she did it.
Everybody's going to do it now. Let's make a train. Everybody do it.
I went on YouTube. I went on Google. How do you highlight somebody's name? I could download this app and do this. And I thought, come on, it can't be that hard. And I've asked, but nobody's ever said.
See how it comes up? Yeah.
So it only highlights there?
Yeah.
Hang on, I went.
Yeah, Laura's saying she
Yeah, you
doesn't
want to
see
go down.
it.
No. I don't want to touch your phone. I don't know how to use your phone. It doesn't. It's not highlighted on yours.
So I think you only see it if you're on the computer. I don't think it'll
Okay.
show on the phone.
It won't show on the phone?
No, because
Okay.
Laura and Sandra are both saying they don't see it, but it's coming up on the computer here.
Well, here I'm on the computer.
Yeah.
Because I didn't use the phone this time. I used the computer with the camera. That's just a video.
We'll see this.
What do you call that?
Video camera?
It's just regular, not a video. It's a, what do you
Video
call that
check
camera? Like when you use for school and stuff. What do you call those? people this?
I mean, we all use built-in cameras now, so I don't
We
remember
use
the name of
built-in.
it.
Okay,
Yeah,
look
it's
at
all
all the
built-in.
highlights coming up. Yeah, it's just plugged in, with whatever speaker is in there and just using that. But
Okay.
sometimes I use my phone.
Vanessa came up here because she's got a wrench.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's highlighted in blue.
I'm not talking about the blue. Look at the orange
No,
it's got.
no, I'm talking about,
Now look at all the oranges. Look at this.
yeah, how it came up here.
I don't have my phone. You're looking on your phone. I don't see it either.
Oh,
I see they're all saying.
highlight.
So you
If
always
it's your channel name that is highlighted.
okay. You only see it if it's your own channel name?
Yeah, because it's basically like a call out to you. Hey, that's your channel being called out.
Oh, okay.
So like if you were to try to highlight my channel, it probably wouldn't highlight.
Okay, that's good to know. All right. But I didn't know how to do it, but people have done it to me. And then I couldn't respond back to them when they asked me a question on somebody else's channel. I mean, highlighting because I didn't know how.
Yeah, no, I've never tried growing mushrooms. I'm sure there's ways to do that easy, but I haven't tried.
There's kits you can buy. My mother won't even eat regular mushrooms because she's so afraid of mushrooms because we have all these mushrooms that are poisonous that grow around. Do you mean it's hot linked in blue? It comes up orange, if that's what you're asking, the highlight. Oh, and this is in blue. I'm not sure what the question means.
Oh, if I look on my device, I'm highlighted. Let me check.
You're highlighted on your device if you
If I
look
can-
now. If you.
I know, Kitty.
Oh, so she's saying you're highlighted now.
If I look on my device.
Joy highlighted you. Okay, now I see how this
Yeah, I
works.
see it on my phone. I'm highlighted.
So we'll highlight only okay, that's good. So who's ever on,
cool.
they see it and it'll be preferred. Okay, so this way it doesn't distract from who's ever talking on another channel. That makes sense. Okay, so now I learned something today. I learned that you can switch if you want members only or private, and then you can switch and turn on the camera, which you can. Why did you name Kitty Kitty? I would have named her Toto, but you named her Kitty because when she was real little, he'd sit on the couch and she would climb along the back of the couch and she'd jump on the couch and climb all over you. So he said she was like a cat and you named her Kitty. So you start calling her Kitty, so we just called her Kitty. Okay, so they're checking, okay, different. So that's interesting. Okay, so I learned something. So I only see my highlight. So when people's they're asking you a question, they highlight it, it makes you look.
Yeah.
You see it highlighted. What? Gary, does all of Australia have red-orange soil?
Not all of Australia. In places it's grey. A lot of the red-orange soil, that used to be, especially in the centre of Australia, that used to be an inland lake. And the red colouring comes from iron oxide or rust. So basically there's a lot of iron in the ground, and when it rusts, it turns red. That's why a lot of the soil is red.
Irish Rose, her son named their cat Puppy. I didn't know you have a lot of red soil out there.
Yeah, the red centre. If you hear that term, that's what that means.
Okay, now we're going to see a lot of highlighting coming up. Okay, so it's for tagging that person. Interesting. See, I learned something. You did too, didn't you?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is because I didn't know how to do it. So if I tag somebody, I won't see it, but they'll see it, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a large mushroom growing in my yard. And I gotta get closer to see this. I had a large mushroom. Oh, I had large mushrooms growing in my yard. And they were puppy balls, and then they dried, and you squeeze them, and the smoke comes out. Ugh. I would not eat them. We had, sorry, I'm trying to cook dinner and follow the chat. That's fine. We had, not last year, but the year before, those really weird mushrooms. We thought at first it was the other one, but it wasn't.
The stink horns?
Oh, well, they have theirs that puffs into a smoke. And this time if I see them, I'm going to pull them out.
Yeah, we've had puffball mushrooms before.
We've had the puffballs?
Yeah.
Okay, we can't eat any of the mushrooms we grow here. And they would be toxic. No, you don't, I would not, if you're going to eat any mushrooms, just to be safe, unless you really know what you're doing, I would definitely get kits. You can buy kits. And then apparently you soak them. They look like a milk carton, and you soak them and you slice them open on the side. And apparently they'll grow out of the area. Nick Fedoroff did something on that. Yeah. And I think he even opened it up more because there were more spores in there that didn't grow. So you can get it to grow even more than what they tell you. Kitty says, let me out. I want to go get collared. Look at this. That is the most unloyal dog. What? She's decided she wants to miss them more than us. What? That's what she does. She's the most unloyal dog. She will go home with anybody. What? And then your mom came over one day, and remember, mom came over that day, and she was like, you know what? I don't want any of you but her. I changed my mind.
Hi.
She is not loyal.
Hi, this small thing. She's so small.
She is small.
Hi.
She'll go to whoever she thinks is going to give her the better deal. Such love and affection.
Do I have a better deal right now?
I guess you do, according to her. Okay, so they're all saying they wouldn't eat it. I think the deer were eating it. You know what? It doesn't matter what other animals eat.
Hey, kitty, sit.
Dog.
Sit, kitty.
My name.
Sit.
I named my friend's dog Doggy, pronounced
Sit.
dog. D-O-G.
Sit. Kitty.
Holly wants to know if vegetable gardens
Good
differ
girl.
with Australian soil versus California.
Good girl.
I don't like the taste of any mushroom. You know what? I did find out mushrooms are better if you eat them slightly cooked other than raw. Hello from North Texas. Kitty would go with anyone. That's true. She would go with anybody with broccoli. That's absolutely true. And she wouldn't even look back. She wants you to pick her up. That's why she's growling.
Is that
I
what
would
this
say
is?
the climate here is the same, but the soil is different. The soil here is more alkaline and more clay-like. Where I'm from, it was my garden in Australia. It was more sandy. The soil is more
You got more
sandy,
sand. This one's clay.
and I'm thinking it was more acidic. I would say it's more acidic because a lot of plants seem to do better in Australia than they did here, and vice versa.
You little stinker. You'll go with anybody else, huh? Okay, let's see if I get up front to read this better. M.I. Gardner just posted a video about his daughter, even a mushroom. I think you meant eating a mushroom when she was little from the garden and how dangerous it can be. He was right. It is dangerous. And when I was little, I was taught right away by my mom. She used to tell me she wouldn't even eat creamy mushroom soup, but she was telling me how poisonous it was. So I knew when I was little not to eat mushrooms.
Yeah,
You can eat a lot of mushrooms in Australia, though.
I grew up eating mushrooms, but we knew what mushrooms to pick. So if you have knowledge on mushrooms, harvesting them from the wild is different than just randomly picking them up and thinking that they're good.
I don't know if we have mushrooms here in Southern California you can just pick up and eat.
Now,
There's areas that I know you can go into in certain forests that they actually spend time looking for certain mushrooms. Your sister was growing mushrooms? Who was growing mushrooms? No?
no, my cousin was,
The one from Tasmania.
the one in Tasmania.
That's who was growing
She
mushrooms.
planted oak trees to grow truffles.
That's right. Okay, I knew somebody was growing mushrooms. But no, I just wouldn't take, it's not worth it. Definitely not worth taking the chance. I'm not going to actually eat anything unless I know 100% it's okay.
Yeah, the ones that we used to pick in Australia, they were growing in sheep paddocks, and I'm not. They look like Montebello mushrooms. They're large mushrooms, and really, there's only two types that you can find. One, and they're easily identified. Let's put it that way. But other wild mushrooms in Australia I wouldn't touch.
What a little piece. It says the live chat on my end. Toddlers are fast, and my gardener says, grows mushrooms and has been vet set?
Yeah, vet set.
Toddlers are fast, and my gardener grows mushrooms, and it had been vet set. I don't know what that means. Robbie, you grow corn. I have grown corn. I haven't grown it for a while. I grew corn here in the bird garden, and then your mom came one day, and for some reason I wasn't interested with it. I grew some, we used some of it, and then your mom picked the rest, and she said they were good.
Yeah,
Your mom grows corn.
Yes.
I do want to grow corn. I was going to grow corn last year, and I didn't get around to it. I have a way I'm thinking of growing corn, and I want to grow corn. Holly said thank you. I had another little piece. It's gone. Did you take my little piece?
No, I haven't touched it.
I don't want such big pieces, or.
I've got things I need to do before I get started.
What time is it? I gotta go get stuff done too. You gotta get home.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll try to do something soon on the cookies. Mark is still there. Mark's always there. Mark's watching my videos before I put them up. He's in Hawaii, so he's like 4 or 5 hours ahead of us.
What's the winning lottery numbers?
There you go. He's always like, I'm first. I'm thinking, well, he probably has been watching for 5 hours before the video was done.
Yeah, I've got a question for Mark Oliver. Do you know anything about gack fruit? And does it go dormant in Hawaii?
Do you grow that fruit?
Yeah, but it hasn't fruited yet.
Oh, I was going to say.
And it didn't go dormant. It's cold, but it didn't go dormant.
Is it a tree, a bush?
It's
I don't even know.
It's a vine. It looks like my passion fruit vine down there.
Oh, that's right. You did show me. I saw it on the garden tour. Oh, I forgot you got that. Holly is thanking you. Mark is still on. So you have to watch the replay on the recipe. The recipe's going to be boring. I'll get something better. Because literally, I was just hanging out in the kitchen talking to myself. Karen says, great hanging out with you. He's not answering, so he's there, but I don't think he's listening.
Yeah.
You'll have to look it up and see.
No, I looked it up, and it's supposed to be deciduous everywhere I can find. There's not a lot of information on it. So that's kind of...
And is there any fruit on it? Is it growing fruit or not?
No, it hasn't flowered yet.
I'm more anxious to try something with your... I don't like the name. Shark fin melon. I don't like the name of the melon. I think a lot of people won't grow things if things are not named right. But the shark fin melon, I have to figure out something.
Fig leaf gourd.
I don't like that name either. It does. Do you buy things sometimes just by the name to try it?
Name or look, yeah.
Yeah, see, I think a lot of people don't eat things sometimes because the name is odd. And I don't like the names that they call it. He's growing a melon or a squash that when you cut it, it almost tastes like honeydew.
Oh.
But they call it not fig leaf, shark fin melon. Would you buy a shark fin melon in the grocery store? See?
Well, I probably buy it just because it sounds interesting. It's weird.
It's sweet. Dogs like it?
Yeah, the dogs
like it. Okay, I've eaten a little bit of it. I want to work with that and see what I can do with it. I want to see if I can bake with it. I'm looking to eliminate some extra flour and get more vegetables in.
Cass W, we don't have gack in Hawaii that I know of. it's not common anyways. Okay.
Okay. So Kaz W knows about it. Something is light brown. They are light brown. Laura.
Oh, that was the
The truffles.
truffles.
And they're light brown. Okay. And then Evelyn K. Happy New Year, guys. Thank you. Happy New Year, Evelyn. That's my mother's name. Can't think of anything else. So she's going to go home. I'm going to go chop this up and put this in a jar. And then I am going to.
What is gack?
It's something like a tropical cucumber, and it's an orange
I don't know,
fruit.
so-
It's a large orange fruit, and it tastes very much like cucumber, I guess.
Have you ever eaten it?
No, but
Okay.
the descriptions of it.
You bought the seeds
I bought the seeds
on.
eBay.
Okay. And now they're growing. And this is a big vine now.
Oh, it's taken. If you look out the door, you'll see it coming through the top of my building. That's a very vigorous
And
vine.
what does it need to produce?
A male and female plant.
Oh, so you don't know what you got.
No, I don't know whether I've got a male or I don't know the sexes of the plant yet. So
And do you know how to tell, or you have to wait till it?
you have to wait until it flowers. Then you can tell easily once it flowers.
And how many plants do you have?
2,
Oh, you have 2. Okay.
but
So
I
there's a
should
chance.
get more seeds.
You only bought a couple seeds?
I bought half a dozen seeds, but I only got 2 to grow. So I want to get more seeds to make sure that I get female plants.
And they've taken over your gardens. You're going to put dozens
I'll
of
put
these
them on
plants
my-
until it gets the
Yeah,
right
I'll
one.
put some on my trellises, my archways.
So if there's no male and female, you're not going to get anything.
Yeah.
Wow. I'll stick with
Right.
zucchini. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't know. You buy a lot of different things that I don't know what you're buying. I want to try different types of broccoli. I don't want to mess really with purple sprouting broccoli because it only produces once a year for like a week or 2. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up in a second. Happy New Year from Imperial Beach, California, Lorena. And Blue Roses is clapping. Barb Batty is saying thank you. And Sandra's laughing. I'll stick with zucchini. I like zucchini. Everything that works with zucchini. You can make zucchini bread. The dogs absolutely love zucchini.
Just gonna lick your hand.
Yeah, I want to wash my hands. I always wash my hands a lot before I touch this again. I just like zucchini. I like real zucchini. I don't like when my zucchini hybridizes, and then I end up with stuff that tastes like pumpkin, and I don't want it to taste like pumpkin. So I'll stick with zucchini. Yellow zucchini is nice. It didn't grow in the beginning, and I think I made a comment, oh, it doesn't grow good here. And then towards the end of summer, it took off. So it's kind of odd. And I'm still growing yellow zucchini out there. I don't know. But I'd like to grow corn. I want to grow something in those new containers you set up for me that you haven't done a video on. They're out in the Rainbow Garden. You made blocks, and then you didn't like the way you set it up. You said there was a different way of setting it up, I think. It was easier.
Easy, yeah.
So you left those. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that. I might go with strawberries. I'm not sure. Because I put the strawberries in the buckets, and they're still growing. I ate a strawberry the other day. But I think they really need more room, strawberries. They really do get a root system. My dog likes to eat zucchini leaves. A lot of things like zucchini leaves. The birds eat zucchini leaves. She hasn't eaten zucchini leaves. But a lot of things eat zucchini leaves. In your plant you grow, your shark fin melon, the leaves and everything.
Fig leaf gourd.
Fig leaf gourd, whatever. I don't like either name. But
Chilla coyote is the Mexican.
Chilla coyote?
Yeah.
Chilla?
Chilla.
Chilla?
Chilla.
Chilla?
Chilla, yeah, as in Chilla. Tequila.
Chilla or Chilla?
Chilla. Chila.
That's not happening.
Kale.
And that's the only, but there's other names too, probably
Yeah,
for it.
there's-
It's an interesting fruit.
Yeah, it's an interesting fruit. It's an excellent fruit.
I think you can cut it up and put it into a fruit salad.
You can eat it raw, you can cook it, you can steam it, you can fry it, you can make
Yeah, but you
candy
cooked
out
it
of
the
it.
other day and it kind of like,
What?
I don't know, it kind of threw me because you cooked it with sugar and then you ended up with jelly.
Oh yeah, I cooked it.
And I wasn't thrilled about a vegetable turning
You can
into
make
jelly.
You can make jam out of it or jelly.
Yeah,
I cooked it like rhubarb, the way I would cook rhubarb, just as an experiment.
wow. If it gels like that, what if it was sliced up and put into my cranberry crunch thing I make? I take the cranberries and I cook the cranberries with some apples, and if I chopped it in
Yeah.
squash, you wouldn't know it's that squash.
Now you would.
And then you put it into the oatmeal thing I make. No, that would be good because I wouldn't know it's there. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's odd because it's not real sweet and it's not a squash. But it's sweet, like you're eating to me, it tastes like a honeydew that didn't get all the sugar it should have gotten. That's what
Yeah.
it tastes like to me. And I've never been a big fan of honeydew. There's something wrong with it. I like watermelon, cantaloupe. But that's what it tastes like. When I first sliced it, it tastes just
Okay.
like a honeydew.
Yeah. Grow at least 6 gack plants to ensure pollination, unless you self-pollinate. My plants right now, I'm going to have to set them up better so I can actually reach them because they're 20 foot off the ground.
Okay.
So if they flower 20 foot off the ground, I'm going to hope the bees will get them. But if I get them in my arches, I'll be able to hand pollinate them.
You can only hand pollinate them if you've got males and
If
females.
you've got males and females.
Yeah, no, their family member knows about it. Kaz W, the family member knows. And you have to make sure you have at least one male and female.
But they're they've got a lot of beta carotene and other nutrients in it. So it's kind of almost a superfood that not a lot of people know about.
Okay, Sandra wants to know if her dog would get sick eating zucchini leaves. I don't think munching on some zucchini leaves is going to make them sick, but anything is in moderation. So if they're going by and they're taking a bite, I don't think it's any big deal. But if I wouldn't let anything eat, I wouldn't even let Kitty eat a whole bunch of broccoli. So it's probably not going to hurt because the
Okay.
birds absolutely love it.
Hi, Donald. Thanks for that.
Oh, Donald's there. Okay.
And
Oh, Debbie. Are they talking to you, Debbie, or some other Debbie? I see clapping.
Hello.
Okay, Debbie may be talking to another Debbie. Oops, Debbie. Okay, they're not talking. I thought they were talking about your mom, Debbie, not Anissa. Never mind.
What?
Nothing. I was thinking Anissa and your mother, Debbie. I love orange dew. It's so sweet. Try one of them in the summer. What's orange dew, Gary? Great melon. Kind of like a really sweet cantaloupe. I should do more. I didn't do melons.
so that must be a variety of
Honeydew.
honeydew that looks like there's so many different melon varieties. I've tried a few and I haven't found any that I sort of really like because our climate, I think they like it a lot hotter overnight to get the sweetness.
That's why we can't grow long melons.
And here our overnight temperatures drop. It's still warm, but it's not really hot. So I don't think a lot of melons do well here. So we have to find the ones that do. Like the Korean melons do well here. They taste good.
Sandra wrote, Kitty wants the arm. She loves being carried. She does like sitting on your arm because it's warm. You would have to make a microclimate because even the Korean melons I grow, they don't like being out in the open because we cool down too much at night. So I would have to get those they grew better along the wall and maybe drape them with a little plastic at night.
Yeah.
Because the wall stays warm. So I'd have to create a microclimate for them. Okay, should we call this quits?
Yep.
He's still, oh,
Pennsylvania.
Okay, this is something new. I don't know what this is. Roses, members for 3 months. Hi, Robbie and Gary from Pennsylvania. That came up today, and I don't know what it means, but apparently when you've been a member for a certain amount of time, they get a special banner. She'll probably know more, but I don't know anything about it. And that's what that is. It's a banner. I got some notification I was reading, because they always send you YouTube, like you have to read all this stuff. And it's like, oh, so now I know what it is. How did I know?
Oh, wow.
Read about it? See the banner?
Yeah.
When you're a member for a certain amount of time, I think you're only allowed to use it once in a while. So she was probably holding back. No, you can use it when you want, but I think you have like a certain time you can use it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what that is. From Pennsylvania. She's cold. 3 months. Awesome. Look at Donald. Thank you, Donald. Oh, let's see. They refer to some places as baby jackfruit, and it's prolific in Vietnam. Which one are they talking about? The melon?
No, the jackfruit.
The jackfruit.
Yeah, they have all
melon
sorts of. That's a lot of what I've been reading up on is like Vietnamese recipes, how to cook it with rice, that sort of thing, and it's big for the Lunar New Year. Okay,
so Debbie she lives in Turlock, California, and they usually have 14 different types of melons. Oh no, we missed the brittle. No, I'm going to do a brittle. There wasn't a thing. Don't worry about the brittle. This was just me in the kitchen experimenting with the camera and stuff. Okay, and Donald said, ooh, 3 months. Yeah, so it's 3 months. Joy said you can use it once a month, I think. Yeah, I just got the notification this morning about that. I was reading on it. Okay, Blue Roses was on the whole time. I know you were. I saw you earlier, but then you threw this thing out. So she can use it once a month when you're a member. Thank you. Sarah is thanking us for the gardening and hummingbirds, and from Florida. All right, so you're going to go home. Mm-hmm. Kitty's
coming home with me.
She probably would, and she wouldn't even miss us. That's the way she is. Especially if she saw your garden, you grow more broccoli than us, probably.
She'd be a wild little dog in there.
She's not shaking now.
No, she's shaking.
Isn't that cute? All right, so we're going to go. I'll do this again. It's very easy to do this in the kitchen. There's no hummingbirds here. I like doing this stuff with the hummingbirds. I'm trying to figure out what to do with that. I don't know if I can hang a camera and do some live stuff here. You're going to make my island bigger?
Yeah.
You are going to make it bigger? Yeah. Because
if
you put a camera, see how wide it is. If I go all the way here, it would go all the way to here.
Not quite, because this will.
Oh, this is going to go over.
We'll add an extra 20 inches, I think. I figured it out.
Let's see. You think it should go bigger?
I think it's fine.
Otherwise, it's fine the way it is. I still haven't decided what to do with this. But this worked out really good. I had to remember when I was doing brittle not to put that on there hot because it probably would crack this. That's why I put this.
Yeah.
I set it on once, but I lifted it up. Anissa needs to do a video now, and they'll switch over and watch.
I need to get my videos in. I have stuff recorded. I just haven't sat down to edit anything. I can't get to my computer right now. Everything's a mess.
Can you go live from a computer or not yet?
I believe I can go live from a computer whenever I want. It's the phone where it's iffy because YouTube doesn't allow me yet.
Okay, because I still don't know. I thought you had to be 1,000, but I don't know. Once or twice a week and meet friends. Let's see.
So the
trip at least once or twice a month. I need friends there to bring some to my garden.
Called the Melon Shack.
What are we talking about now?
That's where she goes to Turlock. Melon Shack.
Okay. Okay, so she's in Turlock, but lives in a small town.
She lives near Turlock.
She lives near Turlock.
But the melon shed is in Turlock, and they usually have 14 different types of melons. So that's a place where you can go and buy a lot of different varieties of melons.
Okay. So she's not growing it herself.
No, she makes a trip there.
Oh, makes a trip. All right. It's good to see different things. Gives you ideas if you want to grow. Furry plants and coins. There you go. Furry plants and coins. StreamYard for both. I don't know what that means. You can use StreamYard. Anyone with a channel. Okay, Donald's coming in. He knows all the answers. Anyone with a channel can go live. You do not need a certain amount of subscribers. But with 1,000 subscribers, you can be monetized. You can go live.
Well, I had seen, so there was one time I tried to go on my phone, and it said that my phone was mobile devices were not authorized until I was at 1,000 subscribers for live, but I can go live on my computer. I don't know if it's changed. Maybe it's changed.
Try it again because I couldn't go live. Remember when I was having all that problem?
Yeah, you were having issues, but no, YouTube, like, I put a notification on it that said,
all right,
because you don't have 1,000 subscribers, you are not allowed to use mobile devices.
So they don't want people that are less than 1,000 walking around the streets doing something yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
But maybe it's changed. Maybe there's something different.
Gina's saying hello to you, which I think you waved
Hi,
already.
Gina.
Okay, so Debbie grows watermelons, but she may try the orange dew. You could see if they've got the orange dew, yes, for the live, but there is another mode to stream from on YouTube.
Interesting.
StreamYard is a live stream on platform, or another platform. Let's say only if you use YouTube, you can't unless you have 4,000 subs. There was something else today when I went live, and I had no idea what it was. It was a setup, and I looked at it, and I may try it another time, but it wasn't going, this is the straightforward, you go live and hit the button, and that's basically it. But there was another setup. I'll have to try it one day and see what it's all about.
Yeah, I seriously have to leave.
Okay, Gary's got to leave, and this has
I
got to
gotta
leave,
go.
and I got to pack up that and go check. I don't think I'm watering yet. We've been so damp, but I'm going to get through the garden and get some stuff done. And Kitty, you can go with Gary. Will she go with you? Yeah. She will go with you. She doesn't want to go with you. All right, so we're going to say goodbye. Everybody have a wonderful evening wherever you are. I'm looking over there, but I know the camera's there because I'm reading everything. Donald, thank you so much.
Thank you, Donald.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
They enjoyed being bored. Oh, I'm so sorry you guys have a life like this. No. And bored everybody to death.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And,
For Furry Plants and Quinn, she's been watching our gardens for a while. Barbats, how do you pronounce that? Barbatsy, thank you. Okay, I can't go through this all. Bye, Debbie. Thank you, everybody. So I'm going to end this now. I've only been on for 2.5 hours, but you wouldn't know that because I wasn't on in the beginning. Bye, Gina. Bye. Okay, I guess that's it. Have a wonderful evening. Stay safe. Be warm. Depending on where you are.
Bye.
Bye-bye.